So today we're going to be working on a couple rings. A couple rings that I've already gotten started here for you. I've got my bands all in place. And then we're going to go ahead and finish these rings out. This is what I have so far. I've got this one here. And then I've got this one here, which is a multi-stranded band. We'll get into it. So here's the thing. I've got some yellow gold jewelry wire in that I'm going to be making a few rings with. I say I got it in. Why did I get it in? Because I don't normally do yellow gold rings. I've got one that I'm doing custom order, but that's a 14 karat gold filled ring. That's different. Custom orders, I'll do anything. I'll do anything for a dollar, darling. But these are not real gold. These are not gold filled. These are not 14 karat gold. This is simply gold jewelry wire. But I've been getting some requests for, do you have any yellow gold? Any yellow gold? Let me tell you why I tend to stay away from it, in my mind. Because I believe you have to keep in mind, selling jewelry. I have a sales background in selling jewelry, selling fine jewelry, actually. And within that, I had to also, the way the store was laid out, I also at times had to assist fashion jewelry customers who did not know the lay of the land as pertaining to fine jewelry. See, and quite often when it came, they didn't know the difference between fake gold, real gold, 18 karat gold, 24 karat gold, 14 karat. They didn't know the difference. Their question was real or fake. Is this real? Well, what do you mean by real? But that's what I wanted to avoid. I wanted to avoid because I'm a small little business here. I'm a little side hustle down here at Twist Design Jewelry Emporium. Okay, I'm a little side hustle down here. So the reason I didn't really want to carry a lot of yellow gold items was because I perceived a lot of inexperienced shoppers coming through, and when you're dealing with online as opposed to in person, you're not there to actually engage with this individual as you would be in person and have these conversations with them, educate them, and all that good stuff. So my fear would be that I would put some yellow gold piece up there. Maybe I would say in the listing, the gold ring, gold twisty ring, right? And maybe because I said gold, someone would buy it. Someone would buy that ring, and believe it to be gold. They believe it to be gold, not taking the color into consideration, but they would just take it to be gold, not taking the price point into consideration, not taking, well, how am I going to get a gold ring, say, for $20, $35, $50, and I just felt like yellow gold was going to cause the most problems out of any other color, whether it be silver. Well, is it sterling silver or is it just silver? You know what, sterling silver, if you make a mistake there, if you think you bought some sterling silver but you didn't, it's probably not gonna hit you as hard. But if you think you bought some real gold and you bought some gold jewelry wire and you gift it to somebody, someone's going to be devastated. Someone's going to be embarrassed. Someone's going to be upset. Before you know it, I'm going to have a slew of ugly commentary and ugly reports. This Twist lady is trying to pass off gold jewelry wire as real gold. All right. Now, obviously, I'm sitting here with gold jewelry wire, yellow gold. So I've conceded. to a point. I'm not gonna fill my site up with yellow gold. Not gonna happen. And you can bet when I place these on a listing, I'm going to do my best to make it quite clear. Not real gold. Okay. These are not real gold, people. They're pretty. They're going to be pretty. They're going to be stunning. Not real gold. So let's not get it twisted. Okay, are we ready to get started? Are we ready? Let's get started. All right. Let's go on down to the handy cam. Here we go. All right, down here at the handy cam, we're going to start with this one over here first. We're going to take this one. We're going to set it aside. We'll come back to that one later. So as you can see, I'm doing a double band on this one. You see I've got my double band in place. I believe I made this one into a 7. I think this is a size 7. Pretty sure. We'll measure it later, but I'm pretty sure I did a 7 on this one. Again, if I come out of the camera shot, forgive me. I'm not always working with the camera here to my right. So, hey, what are you going to do about it? So now I have to fashion this into a ring that I'm proud of, a ring that someone is going to be pleased to wear. Now, how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to get a vision in my head, and I'm going to start creating. And we're going to go from there. We're going to do a quick little num yo harangue. Yo, give me clarity, give me a vision. And that's how we're going to do it. This is Twist by Design, after all. So you know there's going to be some twisting involved, yes? There's going to be some twisting. First thing we want to do is I want to drop this down, because we've got a little bit of a rise right there. And I don't necessarily need that much of a rise. So I'm going to drop that down. Drop it like it's hot. We're going to drop that stem down ever so slightly. Right there. I'm going to come in. See how I drop that down? And I'm going to slightly pinch those together. Right there. Okay. I'm going to take this one. Why this one? Because it's closer to me. I'm too lazy to reach over here. I'm going to take this. I'm going to twist this around. We're going to tighten that. I'm going to go one more time into place with that. Okay. Now we're going to come on up. We're going to come on up. Now, you see what I've done there? Let's come up here. Can you see that? I've shortened that stem. I've also given myself a base. I've given myself a nice little base to work out. Base power! Okay, now I'm gonna make this so cute. Watch this, y'all. Let me take my little pliers here. Let me take my little round pliers. I'm gonna start here from the middle, okay? I'm gonna start in the middle. Got my little round pliers. Let's go round. Okay. Let's go round again. Let's go round again. Right down into that base. Okay. Then I'm going to come back here, right up to the end. You know what? This is kind of that hairstylist in me. If I were a hairstylist, this is often how I would curl hair. I would start in the mid-shaft of the hair. Yes, I said shaft. Mid-shaft, if it's long, and then I would go back, and then I would pull the ends in. Because if you try to get too much hair, for example, on the wand, you're going to lose the curl. You're going to lose some heat. The same with this. If you try to get too much wire on at one time, you're going to lose some twist in the wire. So I'm just going to turn that in. Turn it on in. That's what I'm going to be left with right there. Doesn't look like much, right? But it is definitely twisting, and that's fine. Okay? We're going to come and we're going to do the same thing again. Okay? We're going to twist that around and around and around and around. Alright? Then I'm going to come up here to the end. Put that on there. Twist it down into place. And twist. Okay, so this is what I have so far. Twist by design. You're like, Mallery, that looks like an acid trip. That looks crazy. How about that, y'all? How about that? You're like, oh my goodness, Mallery. Wow, it looks like a pasta noodle. But you see, it's already taken shape. For me, in my mind, I'm already 3/4 of the way where I need to be. Alright? So now the fun part comes. Now I get to start my sculpture. Because this is like 3D art for me. And remember, I've got my base there. I've got my band. Now it's a balancing act. Now I've got to say, I've got to balance this out. I've got to proportion this. So that's what it's all about for me now. Balance, proportion, movement, style. Here we go. So I want that up in here. I'm going to pull that back out of here. Eyes, hair, lips, sugar. Baby. It's all going to be working around that core. All around that core. That's my focus. Okay. Right now I'm working on height and circumference. It's my first line of attack. It's done. This is the madness in my head, y'all. This is how I bring it all together. Bringing that end down. I'm going to need that a little bit later. Here's the end. I'm bringing that down out of the way. Again, if I come out of camera shot, just bear with me. Alright, so I have this end here. We're going to take this, run it up under the band. Up under the band. There. Okay. And we're going to introduce it to the other end. And they're going to be like, well, hello. How you doing? I'm doing fine. Don't be shy. You see how beautiful? You see? How pretty is that? I'll slowly turn it so you can see the band. Not real gold, ladies. Not real gold. Okay, look at that. And we'll come up here. Look at that. So we can get that to focus in. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Any takers? Any takers? Beautiful. Mallery, how do you do it? Well, you just saw how I do it. Okay, on to the next ring. Let me get a little sip. On to the next. This, as you can see, so far, is a multi-band ring, okay, which is going to be really cute. Multi-band. You see that? I've already got my nest in place, or as I call my base. I want you to look at that up close so far. Look at the little detail. You see that little crossover I have in there? This little cross, that little cross actually serves a purpose. Because this is actually helping to support these back bands, keeping them all in place, while this front band is able to stand out and just give a little bit of separation and character and design. See? Otherwise they would have all run together, which would have been fine too, but you know, I like that. Okay, so how do I make my bands? I use a sizer, and I go in and I select my size, and then I wrap it. I wrap it around the size that I need. Typically they're going to shrink down a little bit. So if you do a 6 and you're going to do really something tight, you're going to end up with maybe a 5.5 or a 5 or something like this. So this 5 I did here, I probably started this ring out as a 5.5 or a 6. Okay, so now the fun part. Actually, this was pretty fun. This was a pretty fun design. So I'm going to do this one differently. This one I'm going to do pretty much free-handed. And I'm going to come through. We're going to bend. By the way, if you like these, if you love these bracelets, this is a 4-pack. These are sold for $59.95. You get the olive, you get the cream, you get the black, and you get the ice. These are all wrapped and they're gorgeous. It's a great way to get a nice stack set, and they're beautiful. Look at those. They're available now, $59.95 at Swiss.com. Okay. That was a little commercial. Okay, back to here. Alright. So I'm going to come through. I'm going to tilt my wire down a little bit, because I want that a little bit more flush on this one. A little bit more flush on that band. I'm going to come through right around that nest. Right around that nest, I want to start wrapping that. I'm going to take that there. Then I'm going to take this one. Let me come back a little bit further. Then I'm going to take this one here. And I'm going to come the opposite way. We're going to come right under there. Bend. 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 We're going to leave that exposed for now. There's the end there, just sitting there for now. That's okay. And I'm going to continue to bend all the way in here. Bend. 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 And twist. And twist. Okay, so I've got these twisted, and now I'm simply going to start lifting. I'm going to start lifting ever so gently and shaping. I'm going to take my needle nose. I want this bent in. snip off that little edge. So what I have to do here, like a little surgeon, is I have to get that rounded loop up through behind itself, and then I have to grab it twist it around itself. So that's going to lock it into place, and then I'm going to do the same with this end up here. I'm going to take that end, lift this one up out of the way, lift that, and we're going to lock it into itself. Okay, so everything is now locked into place. I've got the ends locked in. And now I'm going to start shaping for proportion. No matter the angle, I want to make sure everything is where it should be. Whether you're looking from the front, from the sides, from the back. coming along. So now, same thing, we're going to go in and I'm going to add my signature little twisties, my little bends, because we want the movement, we want the character. We want that very unique structure that makes this ring a twist ring and unique in and of itself. Okay, I'm just checking. Checking. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? Let's go ahead and put it on the mandrel. Check our size. This is going to be the larger size. So this is a size 8 for everyone. Size 8. We'll take that around for all to see in the handy cam. Isn't that band just, it's so pretty, right? Isn't it just so pretty? Yes, ma'am. Yellow gold. Remember, it's not real gold. Remember, people. Look at that. Look at that. See if we can get that to focus in for you. Doesn't like to focus. And look at that. Isn't that just so darn cute? I'm going to call that a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Gorgeous. So there you have it. There are your rings. There are your rings for the day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for participating. Please share. Please visit my Etsy shop. There's the address at the bottom. There'll be a link down there. Etsy.com/shop/twist by design. I'm adding all kinds of new pieces daily, weekly. You don't really want to miss it. Look, I'm falling apart here. My clothes are falling off me. I'm working my way out of my clothes for you people. I'm working my way out of my clothing. Please help a girl keep her clothes on. Help a girl keep her clothes on. Go visit my Etsy shop. The holidays are coming. Go ahead and put some Twist by Design in somebody's stocking this year. Put some Twist by Design on your finger this year. Look, we've got necklaces. I've got bracelets. I've got pendants. I've got it all. I've got it all. Till next time. Love, hugs, kisses. Bye-bye.